Hello, welcome back to a Fake Grand Order Challenge. Today, originally I was going to make this big thing where I try to mess with you guys about whether this person's an assassin or if he's a caster. But truth be told, this is my first extra class. Now, you're probably wondering who this guy is, and the answer is very simple. H.H. Holmes. So, if you guys don't know who H.H. Holmes is, you really need to look him up. It's actually fascinating the kind of crap he got away with. H.H. Holmes was America's first serial killer. He's much more than that, but he's also a scam artist, and the reason why he killed so many victims is apparently mostly just to sell the organs and skeleton. Yeah, apparently a lot of the skeletons you guys had back when you guys were a kid in the science class, apparently those were from real people. I don't know why they did that. It seems unsanitary. But I'm not here to judge. That's just not what I'm here to do. What I'm here to do is actually to sit back, relax, and show you guys the drawing process. Now, I'm not going to... This is unscripted. I'm not doing anything really that crazy, because I am going to be moving, and because of that move, I'm very limited in what I can and cannot do. So I'm going to get straight to the point and talk about his design and why I designed him the way I did. Sherlock H.H. Holmes is a very fascinating character in history, if you know who he is. He's America's first serial killer, but more than that, again, as I mentioned, he was a scam artist. So I wanted him to look very scam artist-like. I wanted to design him in a way where if you saw this guy, you'd be like, are you going to sell me something? Are you going to try to scam me on some like snake oil? Now, I did mention he was an extra class. I didn't mention which one. The answer is Pretender. This goes back into his history, and I'm also bullshitting a bit here, admittedly. He is pretending to be both Mammon and Jack the Ripper. I'll explain both of them later. But for the main design, you see where he's in the suit, he has the cane, he's taking off his hat, sunglasses. This design is his third ascension. This is who Holmes truly is. When you look up Holmes, the few things to me is iconic for him that has to kind of stay is the mustache and the hat. Both of them are very iconic to his look and his depictions. So, of course, I kept that. I kept the very bushy mustache, slick back hair. I kind of want him to look as sleazy as possible, and I kept the hat in most of his ascensions. Just not his first one. His first one is him pretending to be Mammon. Because, if you guys don't know, again, when he was being executed, he said the devil made me do it. He, said, please put me in cement, so that way the devil cannot possess my body and kill even further. Truth is, he's bullshitting. The reason why he didn't want his body just to be buried normally is because he himself did this. He was afraid of people coming in, stealing his body, and selling his skeleton and his organs like he did to so many others. Kind of hypocritical, kind of a pussy move. If I'm going to be completely honest, kind of a pussy move. But there's so much more as well, because Holmes' son, and this goes into his second ascension, Holmes' son also wrote a book saying, I believe my dad to be Jack the Ripper. And H.H. Holmes is a contender and one of the theories of who Jack the Ripper is. Fate already has two Jack the Rippers. One of them is based off the idea that he's a demon. One of them is based off the idea of him being a spirit. This one is based off the theory of him being H.H. Holmes. But not just that, because H.H. Holmes was also a doctor. Yes, he was an actual doctor, I believe. I might be wrong. But H.H. Holmes knew the human anatomy, and because of this, it's very plausible if he was in London in Whitechapel at the time, he'd be able to pull off these very complex murders with these women. And he already has a motive. Money. He'd just sell the womb or sell the organs that he took away from the woman. And no one gave a shit about prostitutes. And to this day, I don't think a lot of people do. But this is really where the Pretender comes from, because he's basically getting stolen valor. So this is why I designed Holmes the way I've done. This is the reason why his ascensions are the way they are. But I got even more for you. You know, I also am going to read out his stats, his class skills, his noble phantasms, stuff like that. He is, again, a Pretender. He has a D in strength, C in endurance, B in agility, A in luck, B in magical power, and an A in noble phantasm. His class skills are Mask of a Killer and Demon. Due to his son, he is able to take the power of Jack the Ripper, and his greed, and him saying that a devil possessed him, he can gain some boon from Mammon. Presence Concealment. He was an active serial killer and a scam artist for many years, under the nose of the public and the police. Territory creation. Rank B, you know how that works. I'll explain that one a little bit more. His personal skills, he has 3. Charisma, rank A. He was a charming fellow. He did sleep with a lot of women, believe it or not. He actually had a lot of mistresses, and he was married at one point while he was sleeping with these other women. He also was able to charm his way in and out of scams. If you guys want to be a good scam artist, you gotta have a lot of charisma. This is why I gave him the skill. Beast of Chicago, rank B. This skill is basically to enhance his own strength to make it easier for him to kill. Torture Doctor, rank A. As a doctor, he knew fully where a human's weak spots are. This skill allows him to see the weakness of any humanoid and act on it. His 3 noble phantasms: Devil in the White City, Insatiable Greed. An NP that lets him steal from other servants with a golden rule skill and use it himself. A noble phantasm from Mammon, and the reason for his killings: to sell organs and skeletons on the black market. Anatomy of a Killer. Dr. Ripper, rank A. His son proposed him to be Jack the Ripper due to him being a serial killer with a great amount of knowledge of the human body. Not just this, but in my version, H.H. Holmes is a magus, so he's also going to double as, one of the theory of Jack the Ripper being an occultist and stealing specific organs to sacrifice. This lets him take a body part from his victim and use it as a sacrifice to gain even more power. Murder Castle. American's first serial killer, rank A. This noble phantasm is truly Holmes and his alone. The castle he built not once but twice now can be made with materials for a 3rd time. This one, though, he fully controls. Within the walls is his own reality model that he can change, add, and subtract from rather easily, and this is where territory creation comes from. This class skill lets him basically build his workshop. It lets him do what he wants to do with what he has. But that's going to be all. This is going to be a short video. As I said before, I have a lot of stuff going on personally. It's very hectic. I'm going to be leaving in all my mistakes. I do not have time to clean this up. Next time, I will be a lot calmer. Next time, I will be doing a saber. I can tell you guys that. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like, comment, and tell me, what do you think of H.H. Holmes? What do you think of the service I've done so far? And who do you guys think I should do next? Even though, it's not up to y'all.